Okay, in this tutorial what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and write a program to find the average of three numbers. Okay, what will this entail? What we'll have to do is we'll have to ask the user a question like maybe enter first number. Then we're going to have to store it into a variable with the input command. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to assume you're working with a calculator or have an emulator. You should have one of the two. So first thing, let's go ahead and turn it on. Let's clear it up. We hit program right here, and we go over to new, hit enter. We're going to call this thing average. I could just type it on my keyboard. Okay. First thing we want to do is we want to ask the user a question. So we're going to go to program, and we're going to go to IO. IO stands for input output. And we're going to say display. Display will ask them a question, and we hit, normally if we hit this number, we'll get an 8. You go back and hit delete to get rid of it. We want to get the green letters on top. So what we need to do is we need to hit either alpha or second alpha, which is caps lock. It'll stay on. For example, if I hit alpha and click a button, you'll notice that the little A that was in there is no longer there. So if I hit second alpha, then I could go ahead and type in. So we do this. We're going to say enter first number. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go back to program. We're going to go to IO, and we're going to go to prompt, hit enter. And we're going to wait for the user to enter the number. And when they do, we want to store the number in a variable called A. And we want to do three numbers. So what we're going to do is we're going to repeat this. So we're going to go to program. We're going to go to IO and go to display. Then we're going to hit alpha. Should hit second alpha. And then we're going to say enter second number. Okay, go ahead and close the quotes because that's very important. Then hit alpha and hit enter to take you to the next line. Then hit program, and we're going to go ahead and prompt again. So input output, let's go to prompt. This time we're going to prompt it in B. You can't type in the command prompt or display. There are actually commands in the computer. You can't just type it in. That's why we have to hit the program menu and go to IO. If you type it in, it won't work. Okay. And we'll do it one more time. So we're going to go to program, IO, display. And now we're going to say second alpha for caps lock. Hit your quote, enter. Oops. Let's hit back. I made a typing mistake here. Third number. Let's go ahead and end the quote. All right. Then we'll hit enter. And you guessed it, we're going to go ahead and do prompt again. And this time we're going to put it in alpha C. Now we're going to do some math. So what we're going to do is the average of three numbers is A plus B plus C, whole thing divided by 3. The reason why we need the parentheses here, if you just wrote it like this, what the computer will do is it will do C divided by 3, and then we'll add A plus B, which we don't want. So what using the parentheses does is it forces the computer to add A, B, and C together, and then divides them by 3. And that's how we find the average of three numbers. So if it was 4 numbers, we'd add D and divide it by 4, 5, add E, divided by 5, so on and so forth. You have to store this in an answer. So if you want to say like this gets stored in an answer, this arrow command is STO. Okay, so let's go ahead and write this. So we're going to say parenthesis alpha A plus alpha B. The reason why I'm not doing caps lock is because I need to hit the plus. Plus alpha C divided by 3 gets stored. This is the store command. Excuse me. In I don't know. Let's put it in. We can put it in D or E. Doesn't matter. So let's just put it in. I don't know. I'm just going to put it in Q, just for the heck of it. Okay. This doesn't matter. You could put it in any variable. that isn't A, B, or C. You can put in D, E, F, whatever. You could go all the way up through Z. Okay. Now the last thing we have to do is display our answer. So we're going to do Program. We're going to go to I/O. We're going to go to Display. And then we're going to do second alpha. And we're going to say Answer. Whoops. And then we'll go ahead and find the colon. And then we'll hit this button right here, this little one, that's a space. And then let's close the quote. Okay, hit alpha, now hit comma. Because whenever I put a comma with the display command, that will allow me to append a variable to it. So I could actually display a variable as well. It's called concatenation. So we'll go ahead and go alpha Q, because that's where we store the answer. And that's it. So the way we run it, now that our program's written, we've went through the program here, and we've got our three numbers, we've done the math, and we've displayed it. We're going to hit second quit. Okay, second quit. Now we're going to hit program. We're going to go to EXEC and just hit enter. Hit enter again. So A, let's say 3. B, should the second number be 4. C is 5. And the average of 3, 4, and 5 is in fact 4. So that's it. Hopefully that cleared up any confusion that you may have had. And you found this tutorial enjoyable and informative. Thank you.